Gee whiz, I'm going to lose count how many videos we have for one walk. That's all right. Bravo doesn't care. And I was watching Diane and Katie again on the Fruitful Hands knitting podcast. They are just so adorable. They really are. And I'm watching some of the older ones because I think the one that had come up in my feed had just been like in the middle. And anyway, they're just adorable. Absolutely adorable. Seem like, pardon me, seem like neat, genuine people. Whoop, keep going. Had a little break there. Whoop, go. Bravo, come on now. And then yesterday, I did make the chicken and dumplings with that one chicken breast. Hold on. Over here. There were 2 in a pack, and I got one. I cooked one, because it's plenty. Plus these industrial-sized chickens that people breed and pump full of drugs and hormones. Anyway. Come on. And I tried the dumpling recipe that I found on allrecipes.com. You're getting too far ahead, buddy. Which I really do like allrecipes.com. I've found so many really good recipes on there. And, but anyway, so one dumpling recipe, chicken and dumplings recipe that I'd come across had an egg added to the dumpling dough. And they were fine. I mean, I don't know that there was any... But it was really more flavorful than anything than mine without the egg. But yeah, so that turned out pretty well. Bravo totally loved some of the pressure cooked bones that he got. So he's a fan of chicken and dumplings. Come on now. So yeah, anything that does not look like actual meat, to me, is not something I'm going to eat, as long as I'm not foraging in the wild. And so any veins or gristle or anything, even the gristle, I know it's good for me, but no. I'll get a packet of gelatin. Come on. If I want to help my joints. Scoot further down. If you're going to poo, okay, then come over here. Come on. Over here. And I think a lot of that comes from my grandmother, who was a wonderful cook. She was a fantastic cook. However, she was also a cook that was quite a make do in hard times kind of gal. And used to gross me out whenever I would eat. Okay, let's go. You're not doing what you were supposed to do. Let's go. whether it was chicken stew or chicken and dumplings or whatever. And I would see things in there I did not recognize. So, nope, nope. And she never fussed at me, but she would always go, "That's a waste, girl." And she'd just take it into her bowl or whatever, and she'd eat it. Anybody else's family say things like, "That's the best part." So yeah, she said that a lot. About the things that I didn't want to eat. Well, that's the best part. And I never believed her. Whoop. Oh, sniffle, sniffle, Bravo. But Diane was talking about they had been to the episode I just watched. They had been to the Kentucky Fiber Festival, I believe. And she had spotted this young man, early 20s or something. And she had watched him as he would go from one booth to another and was really engaged with the people that had the booths and everything, the participants. And she eventually asked him, she went up to him and asked him if he was a knitter. And he said no. And she said, "Are you a spinner?" And he was like, "No." Anyway, it turned out that it was his fiance. And I totally agreed with her because, oh, what a difference. Because oh no, critters got into their trash. Dang it. My first marriage, the mildest response was just rolling of the eyes if I came home with yarn. And in all fairness, we were broke like almost the entirety of our relationship. Come on, come on. Whereas my second husband, and we drove a big truck together, my second husband, on the other hand, amazed the heck out of me in little bitty shopping centers where he could get that tractor for me to go to a yarn shop. And Bravo, stop. Now stop it. And that is such a difference. I mean, it's just, come on, come on. The difference in whether or not someone encourages you or doesn't. Bravo, there you go. I thought he was going to dig for a second. We don't do that. Okay, come on, come on. Yeah, it's still dripping a little bit. And of course, that made all the difference that even, 8 years. Oh, there went our friend. He passed last year, but it had been, 10 years? No. What year is this? It had been almost 10 years since we had shared a roof before he passed. And I still knitted him at least 3 pair of socks every year. And then I crocheted him one Afghan. I came across one the other day that was going to be for him. but it was not finished. I just finished it the other day. But it would have been for him. But anyway. And then I made him a few sweaters over the years, which was pretty cool because he was a big man, and buying a sweater for him was not easy. I remember this one sweater. Okay, heel. This one sweater, we joked about it for years because it was early. Oh, I see what you see. The squirrel going across the side of that building. Okay, let's go. We're going to leave the squirrel alone. But anyway, this one sweater. Watch where you're walking. You're going to step in a hole. And I remember whenever I started it, it was going to be a crunch because I bought the yarn, and then it was really going to be a crunch to get it done before I wanted to give it to him for his birthday. And I tied knots. And there were a lot of color changes, and I tied knots. And anyway, over the years, I was repairing one constantly. Well, eventually, he had worn it with a hole, and then the holes had gotten too big to really repair. And I threw the ding-dong thing in the trash. And then there's these few months where I was finding it out of the trash. I was putting it in the trash. So that was something that we joked and laughed about for years. Okay, come on. Come on. All right, you have a smile? Video number 733. All right.